It's your famous man in yellow. Someone say hello. Retro Holder 87. Hello, retro fans. As you can see, the weather has taken a turn for some reason and the car boots have cancelled all over in my local area. So what we've done, I've had to go into uncharted territory. We're going to go and have a look at this new car boot to see if there's any retro goodness, and you're going to see if we can find some absolute golden gems. And then I'll check back with you once we've had a look round. It is a bit grey in the sky at the moment. It's a little bit grey, but we can see what we can find anyway, folks. But without further ado, let's crack on, and I might be able to get some footage. There's people turning up, lots of sellers, so hopefully they've got some awesome retro bargains for Retro Holder. Well, folks, that, as you can see, is a bit of a washout. Christ, look at the air. Yeah, we wasn't expecting that, but we got a few bits. We got a few bits in there. Yeah, let's get changed, get a towel, get out of these wet clothes, and let's see what we managed to pick up at this wonderful, soggy, wet retro toy hunt. I see you guys in a sec. Oh, sorry, folks. You can definitely tell it's coming to the end of the season. The weather's getting bad. It's a little bit bleak out there, but I did manage to pick up some pretty cool bits. So I thought, well, I like making some videos for you lot. I'm sure you guys like watching the videos too. So it only makes sense to make another toy video. I know it's not going to be with the car boot highlights, but as you can tell from the weather, it was disastrous. But nonetheless, that doesn't stop Retro Holder grinding through the stalls that he can, peering under the blankets and under the tarpaulins that are available to showcase for you what I did manage to pick up, because you may have the same luck too over at your ways as well. So without further ado, let's crack on and show what I managed to pick up this time. Now, I am going to be honest with you folks, with the state of the weather, there wasn't many stalls that were actually out anyway, and a lot of them are packed up and gone away. But from the stalls that I did manage to have a look at, there was some awesome bits, and there was one stall, again, in particular, which I did manage to pick up some awesome, cool little bits from as well. So the majority of this, like I say, is going to be from one stall, but there were a couple others which I did manage to scrape through as well. Well, you know, it only makes sense. If I can't start a new toy video, I might as well continue from the last one. And I had a very successful toy hunt with Toy Story. But not only has that continued onto this video, the luck has continued and the trend has too. Because I found this pretty nifty, in very good condition, Slinky Dog. As I say, look at the Slinky. Not very often you see them in that condition. There is a slight bend in one of the coils, but majority of the time they're all twisted, stretched, and he's still got his working action there. But the reason I say it was a trend, people, is because not only did I find one Slinky Dog, I found a little Slinky Dog. So the kids are going to be very happy. And there is a great example of what the springs actually are looking like majority of the time. So having for that large one, I was very, very happy indeed. Talking about continuations, we've also continued to find some awesome Mystic Force Power Rangers. This one, I believe, is some sort of eagle, and from what I can tell upon inspection, it looks pretty much complete. The last couple that I have picked up, they've been either missing a wing or a dragon's head, for example, but this one looks pretty awesome and looks in a very good condition, so very happy to find that one. Now this next one, it may not be retro in itself, but it definitely has that retro feel. This pretty nifty Decepticon Transformers vehicle. No idea what his name is. I still need, like I said from the last video, I really need to do research on Transformers, because that's something that's up and coming. I keep looking, it's over there somewhere, so you wait for that. But I could, like I said, looks pretty retro from when we used to have the cars as a kid. Even the colours, slight yellowing on the plastic itself, just giving that extra bit of vintage feel. But again, another nice little find. Keeping with the Transformers theme again, we did find a bigger vehicle, and another trend also. Something I am familiar with, something that is a bit more modern, unfortunately. A Bumblebee transforming electronic one, I believe. And I've just noticed, typical, I get too hyped up with these things, it's missing a bloody wheel, isn't it? Great. From Transformers to gaming. Not gaming as in video games itself, but a video game reference, because I picked up these awesome Mario figures and they look cool with the iconic brick boxes. One of them a fruit machine, the other one does something. But also amongst that as well, we found a little Bowser dude. Not one that I see very often. Obviously you see Bowser himself, but this must be one of his little minions. Loving the little napkin on the front of that as well. But then also, you can't beat having a Mario find without adding a little Toad as well. And I've got a little Toad collection coming on, so I've just added this one to make the 3 amigos of the Toads too. 3 amigos, I hear you say? What the you talking about? Well, it actually leads me on to this McDonald's toy, because I fell in love with this pretty nifty mariachi McDonald's toy from 2014. I have no idea what it's actually supposed to be from, but Mexico holds a special place in my heart. Actually something on my bucket list where I want to take me and the family for a holiday, for a long vacation to Mexico. And I just love the culture, and this was an absolute beauty of a find. 3 mariachi playing the band with their little cool instruments. Just a bit of me that is, guys, so I had to pick that one up as well. Anyway, sticking with McDonald's and Burger King themes, something I actually thought was a McDonald's toy, but turns out it's just a Disney figure. This cool Hercules from Disney, obviously. Disc throwing figure, still with a cool working action as well. Unfortunately, no discs come with the guy, but I'm sure I can make something just to throw in there, because that is a pretty cool action. But that's the start of the Disney finds that we did find on this toy hunt. It was indeed the start of the Disney toy hunt when I started picking up a few bits out of this box. You saw the Hercules disc throwing figure, but then we found this pretty nifty Donald Duck pilot figure. I'm sure it's supposed to go with some sort of plane. But earlier in the year, I did pick up a few of those other Disney figures, so that's going to be nice to add that one to the collection too. But unfortunately, guys, this is where Retro Holder completely messed up. I've got Retro on the brain all the time going around these toy hunts, and I see these 2 figures, and I thought I've hit the jackpot, baby. I've found something ultra retro to show on these videos. But still keeping Disney themed. Not retro at all, you absolute muppet. But a couple of Lion King figures, Pumbaa and Simba himself. So these complimentary gifts are going to be for the daughters, so they're going to be very happy with them at least. Talking about complimentary gifts, I just thought I'd insert this into the video. We found, I haven't found these very often, but a cool little Postman Pat figure. So she's going to be extra happy for that as well. I did also manage to find, or scrounge together should I say, a couple of action figures. This very, bootleg, hardly articulated Iron Man with legs like he's just fallen out of the plane. But what I was most impressed about, and hopefully you can tell me in the comments, people, this awesome yellow and blue Marvel X-Men. Hopefully tell me it's Iceman, because he is my absolute favourite from all the X-Men figures, hence why I've got those in the collection, and a variety of them too. But tell me, please tell me, this is Iceman. As I did say at the start of the video, guys, it was getting a bit scarce. You can tell it's coming to the end of the season because there's not a lot around. So as I was having a look at this poor dismal one, I thought, do you know what, I'm going to grab these as well. For only £1, take a look at these quality Simpsons figures. Homer, Ned and Ned's boy, I don't know what his name is, but that would look pretty awesome, and they're in pretty good condition as well, I must say. So I was pretty happy to find them, and it's going to go nicely somewhere, I don't know where, somehow. Now people, this is something very, very unusual. I better grab hold of it before it falls off. Nothing I had ever imagined of me ever picking up something like this, but Retro just kept screaming out to me, take a look at this new medals FIFA World Cup 1998 encased, obviously before grading become a thing, the official England squad medal collection from 1998, the final 5, still on card as well, and apparently it contains Rio Ferdinand, Paul Merson, Robert Lee, Darren Anderton and Les Ferdinand. I think I remember having those But I don't know if you guys can remember the big 1998 medal book that we all used to have. Well, I definitely had one anyway, but I don't remember ever seeing anything like this. So I'm going to have to go and grab the rest of the coins now. And your wish is my command. Yes, I did. I found a load of the original 1998 medal book versions. Well, quite a few of the original 1998 World Cup medals. But I did find one in there, which again I never actually knew. They released one in 1996. Look at that. David Platt. Don't ever remember them. But a load of coins. Hopefully, somewhere in amongst this lot, I've actually got the official book as well. So I'm going to have to dig that out now. But quality. Another awesome little retro find. And then finally, folks, a last couple of bits, which I just thought I'd pick up for the sake of it, as it was a pretty bleak toy hunt and obviously dictated by the weather. It could have been a lot more disastrous. But for some reason, I found these Fortnite top trumps in the bottom of the bag. I don't know if they dropped in there or they were thrown in there for some reason. But they're in there as well. And as you saw in the last video, we started collecting a couple of the Monsters Inc. toys. And I've only found one of the factory workers from Monsters Inc. So that's going to go nicely with Sully and that other purple guy. I still don't know who that is. But the final thing, very peculiar. I don't know what on earth it is. But I thought I'd better grab it anyway. Because my eldest, she's into her funky animals. A cool little octopus. My original thought was it was a Ben 10 toy. But yeah, looks far from it from that now. But why not? Throw that in as well. Lovely. Well, folks, yes, of course, it wasn't the best toy hunt. But like I said at the start of the video, I love making videos for you. And I hope you enjoy watching them. And again, there was a few cool bits that we did manage to find. So I wanted to showcase them for you as well. But now it gets back to the real work. Because I'm telling you, I've still got some absolute bangers to show for you guys, and we are getting through the bag slowly, which is even more amazing. I can see clearly now the bags are gone. Inconsiderate flies, spitfires coming over here. I'm trying to do a video, do you mind? This is the man in yellow you're dealing with here. But on that note, guys, yes, it's going to be awesome. We're getting through the bags. Another retro hunt ticked off the list and another bag emptied. So finally I can start getting to this toy room and making this retro realm into a proper orderly fashion for you as well. And I can't wait to video that also. So on that note, guys, I hope it has been informative and entertaining as always. And remember, when you see me in the yellow, come and say hello. Stay awesome, always having fun. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.